Hey, this is Matt DeVries from thesameasyou.com. Busy construction attorney, father of 7, juggling family, work, and life. The same as you. Today's topic is Jason Aldean is not dead and grandma doesn't taste good. Give me a few minutes of your time and we'll figure this thing out. I was on Facebook this morning and I saw a friend had posted an article about the Las Vegas shootings, and there was this byline that read, I'm going to actually read it to you. It says, lawyer for Las Vegas Music Festival and Jason Aldean, found dead. And so the article was about, there's a conspiracy theory of people who are reporting information on the Las Vegas shooting that they're ending up missing. And on this post, there was a trail or a debate saying, I don't think this article's real because Jason Aldean is not dead. And I was laughing at those things, even though it was a serious discussion. I was laughing at those comments because nowhere in the article did it say that Jason Aldean was dead. People aren't reading the comma because it said that the attorney for the Music City Festival and Jason Aldean, found dead. So it was the attorney for both the festival and Jason Aldean. Now, had that comma not been there, it could have read attorney for Music City Festival and Jason Aldean found dead. I would understand that. It's like the one we've always seen. It's, what is this? Let's eat grandma. I love this one. Because either we're going to eat grandma or it's let's eat, grandma. We always laugh about that, let's eat grandma. So I started thinking about where in your life are you missing a comma, or do you have a comma that is misplaced? When we think about the various areas of our lives, those small things, I want you to find your comma. I want you to find the distinction that just changes the trajectory of your journey, changes what you do. Let's look at something in a bad comma. A bad comma in my life was when I first moved here to Nashville from Washington, D.C., and I was working at a law firm, and I would go to the refrigerator all day long, and they just had stacks and stacks of Cokes. And, I really didn't think about that. Previously, I just didn't drink a lot of Cokes. Well, after about 6 months or about a year, I started developing some symptoms that ultimately turned into pre-diabetic symptoms, and I found out I had type 2 diabetes. Well, when I thought about how the incremental change was made, it was just a change every day in my eating and drinking habits. Drinking 1, 2, 3. I would find myself, sometimes I'd have 8 to 9 Cokes a day, and I wasn't thinking about it because I didn't have to pay for them. I'd just walk to the refrigerator and get a Coke. And so that small comma, a soda every day, and then 2 sodas every day, that small comma turned out to be a bad influence on my life. Let's think about a comma placed in our life that's a good influence, something that you're doing regularly, that's a small thing that is going to start to make incremental changes when we talk about changes over time. Perhaps it's in your finances. Perhaps it is one of you, you're the type of person who doesn't collect their change. That small thing, when I come home every single day, I have a change drawer. And whatever my change is in my pocket, I just started to teach myself. I don't know what I did with that change in the old days, but this has been going on for years now, that I have now a placement in my room, and I have one in my office where anytime I have change in my pocket, and then after about 2 or 3 months that fills up, and I start to fill up one of these water jugs. And so we start to collect that money, and over time, that change is a comma in my financial life, that it makes a difference in finances, that after a year I can have $1,000 in change. And so I want you to think, where in your life do you need to place or remove a comma that it's going to make a difference? Let's think about it in our faith. Have you ever heard the statement, please, God? Where you're asking God, please God, help me. Please God. Take that comma out. Please God. That means I'm changing my viewpoint of how I'm taking my relationship with my Savior, and I'm going to please God instead of always coming to Him saying, please God, help me. I'm going to please God and what I can do in my faith. So think about where in your life you need to add or take away a comma. Because I know Jason Aldean is not dead, and I know Grandma doesn't taste well. Thanks for listening today. Visit www.thesameasyou.com, or better yet, hit like and share these videos. Take care.